Good Friday morning. Welcome to another episode of Martin's Koi Pond. The auto feeder's just fed the fish, so they're all trying to find the little tiny pellets because they've eaten all the big pellets off the surface. And I've just dropped the water level by doing 2 clean cycles on the pressure filter in order to change approximately, it's about 500 litres. One clean on those pressure filter, takes out about 250 litres. So I changed 500 litres yesterday. I'm going to change another 500 today. I won't be changing any Saturday because that's when I do my fish tanks. And then Sunday, all being well, I plan to give the Oasa Screen-Matic a really good clean, and that's not had one for 2 or 3 weeks because of doing the flute treatment. So hopefully I'm going to get my son to film me doing that so you can actually see a bit more of what that entails. So that's the plan, although the weather may change things, because I think after our heat wave that's kind of finished today, we might be getting a rainy weekend. So just see how it goes. See sweet corn there really getting in amongst the other fish and feeding properly again. I was really worried about that fish. When it had flukes, it was just sat in one of the corners of the pond doing absolutely nothing. It didn't feed for probably a week to 10 days. And now it's absolutely fully recovered. I suppose it's quite good to have a fish like that really shows you something's wrong in the pond. Because none of the other fish were really showing any signs of anything wrong. But as sweet corn was sulking and obviously suffering with something, I had her out and scraped her and found the flukes. So he's a good little indicator fish. Anyway, I'll wrap this bit up now, and hopefully next clip we'll be cleaning the Screen-Matic. Well, good Saturday afternoon. And although I mentioned in the last clip I was going to clean out the Oasa Screen-Matic, which I'm still going to do, but that's tomorrow. Today I'm going to clean this, the pressure filter, because like the Screen-Matic, it's not had a proper clean for a couple of weeks because I was treating the pond, and all I need to do it is a screwdriver and a flexible bucket with pond water in. So I'm going to turn the power off and get it open, and we'll have a look at how dirty it might be. Right, got it apart, and the bottom appears to have all come apart. I don't know why. I perhaps didn't put it together properly, and judging by these state of these sponges on the outside, the auto clean function hasn't been working properly, so probably didn't put it back together last time properly. I thought it sounded a bit funny when I was doing the auto cleans. Anyway, let's get rid of all this crap and give it a good clean out. Back to you in a minute. Well, welcome back. That was a job and a half, but as you can see, the sponges are actually blue and yellow. This time I've absolutely made sure this bottom bit here is on properly. This is what had come off, and that was obviously stopping the circulation of the sponges on the cleaning cycles I was doing. So the sponges weren't getting cleaned, and actually in places they've got damaged somehow. This is the cleaning arm that the sponges get squeezed against and squeezes the muck out. So what I'll do is I'll run a few cleaning cycles in the week and then open it up again next weekend and just check it's functioning correctly this time. So as I've said before, nothing hidden. When there's a problem I'll show it, and this is a problem that was caused by that piece there coming off. I could only think that I didn't put it on properly last time I stripped the filter down and cleaned it, but it's definitely on properly this time, so hopefully I won't get a reoccurrence of that issue. So just time to put it back together, get everything running again, and then tomorrow we clean this thing. Catch you then. Welcome back. Still Saturday. Just sat here debating what would be a better option than the pressure filter as a pre-filter for the shower. Now bear in mind it gets its feed from the skimmer there, and it's an 8,000 or 10,000, I can't remember which, 8 or 10,000 litre per hour pump that feeds the pressure filter in the shower. There's two options I think in my mind. One is an easy pod, but the problem with that is it would have to then fill the shower by gravity, and I'm not sure I'd be able to have it high enough so that I'd be able to see into the easy pod to know when I need to clean it. So in order to have that enough gravity for the outflow of the easy pod to fill the shower. The other option is a Tempest, which I quite like the idea of, but what I don't like is it doesn't come with any fittings or fixings, and I'm not particularly DIY savvy. It would need to be fitted somehow to the wall behind the screen there, and then I'd need a separate UV, which isn't an issue. Well, I'd need a UV with the easy pod as well. I'm not DIY savvy enough to build my own upflow filter, so I'd have to probably buy a pre-made one. Anyway guys, let me know your thoughts. Should I go for an easy pod or a Tempest? This will be next year. I can't afford it this year. I've spent too much on the pond this year already. Long term, I'm pretty much set on replacing the Screenmatic in a couple of years time with a Nexus. I think the Nexus will work well with my pump fed system, but as I say, that's well down the road. But I think next year I need to have something easier to clean and less likely to cause a build-up of bad bacteria than that pressure filter is. It's done a good job up to now, but it certainly has a lot of limitations, and as you just saw with that clean out, if it goes wrong it just gets caked with muck. So constructive input will be gratefully received. Catch you in the next clip. Well, welcome back. Still Saturday, and after a couple of hours of debating with myself, I've decided I'm going to clean this today and leave the top up running overnight so that she should be all topped up tomorrow when I get up. So we have it inside. I'll just run the screen forward just to clear anything off it. You see little bits of food end up in here. So that's the screen sorted. I'll use this kitchen implement just to get all the muck off there. So if I put that to one side, I'll clean that out in a bit. And you can see under here, you get all this muck. So what I'm going to do is go and get my watering can and give it a clean under here before I lift the screen up and actually do the sponges. So you can see the sponges are all underneath. So I'll get back to you in a bit when I'm ready to clean the sponges. Milo's here having a little look at what's going on. He'll probably try and eat this, so I'll put this out of his way. Right, so you've got this tool, and this tool is for compressing the sponges, so it connects like that, and then you pump the sponge. Excuse my one-handed filming, is never the best. But you pump the sponges like so. And that removes all the muck from the sponges without you having to physically take them out. So I'll carry on. I'm going to do this once and then empty it. I'll show you me emptying it. So back in a minute. So that's all the sponges pumped several times over. Now to release this mucky water, all you do is lift this slide valve and it starts to drain. And just look at that. Liquid fertilizer. So I'll drain it out and then I'm going to refill it by turning the pump back on and give it all another, give the sponges another clean. So leave it running until the last dregs come out. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, the last cleaning job I'm going to do is give the screen a clean. And you do that with this provided brush. So if I press the screen advancement button, and then you just give it a good rub. There we go, all cleaned out. So I've just got to clean out the collection tray and put it back in. But she's now all good to go. Water levels down about nearly 15 centimetres, I'd say, I think. But it hasn't triggered my float switch. So like I said, I'm going to fill it up overnight, and hopefully the water will be clearer this time tomorrow. So that's a real big maintenance day today. Both filters given a good clean and a big water change as a result. Oh, before I stop this bit, you can see in the grass all the muck that came out when I emptied the Screenmatic, and that's basically fertilizer for the garden. So this bit of grass will probably grow like mad. The ball didn't come out of the Screenmatic, Milo's put it there. So anyway, catch you in the next clip. Well, good Sunday morning. Pond's been refilling all night and it's pretty much full. I was trickling it in having removed quite a lot of water yesterday to clean the 2 main filters out, and it's looking a bit clearer already, so I'm happy about that. A couple of people commented that my fish appear to have grown. Yes, they most certainly have. They are on a right growth spurt at the minute. There's a couple that have grown incredibly fast. One that you won't really see is the little asagi I put in that was only about 6 or 7 centimetres long, is now a good 15 centimetres long. He's growing really fast, but he's quite dark blue on the top at the minute, so you don't really see him because he stays near the bottom apart from feeding times. And my kajaku has grown, probably double in size from when I bought it back in May, or might even have been April. So that one's growing as well, really fast. I don't seem to notice it so much with the bigger fish, but they are definitely all growing. So that pretty much draws an end to this week's video. Yesterday I was mulling over about an easy pod and a tempest. I have actually found on eBay, not on eBay, sorry, on Google, somewhere that supplies stainless steel holders for a tempest. So I am now earing more towards the idea of a tempest than an easy pod. But again, like I said, this is for next year, it's not for this year. Anyhow, make sure you look after your ponds, stay safe, and I will see you in next week's video.